Good day, ladies and gents. It has come to my attention that we need to go over finding the equations of circles on using points. So we're just going to go ahead and go to page 8 and do problems 3 and 4 together. And then you might want to add it to either the front or the back of your page 1. That would be something you might want to do. All right. But 1 and 2 are still up to you guys. All right. So here we go. So let's go ahead and do number 3. So on number 3, so if we have the center and you had another point, so that one you guys know how to do. So, but we're just going to put it all in one video. So this is my h, my k, and this is my x and my y. Alright, so what do? Well, you write down the equation x minus h, that quantity squared, plus y minus k, that quantity squared, equals r squared. Plug in what you know. The only thing we're missing is our r. So the only thing we're missing is our r. So just getting that a little cleaner here. Okay, so we have your x was 15 minus your 14 squared plus your y, which is 17, minus your 17. Yep, so 17 minus 17 equals r squared. Now what I suggest is in your calculator you can write all of that in one shot. Okay, so in our calculator we're going to type all this. So parentheses 15 minus 14, that quantity squared, plus parentheses 17 minus 17, that quantity squared. So we just put all of that into one, right there, all of that into one equation. Oh, and we got the number 1, so that's nice. So 1 is equal to r squared, and we can just leave it right like that. So so we have x minus h, that quantity squared, plus y minus k, that quantity squared, equals r squared. Okay, so then we would plug in our h squared, we would plug in our h, our k, and our r. So we would have x minus 14 squared plus y minus 17 squared equals, what was r squared? Just the number 1. So it's pretty simple, right? Okay. Alright, so then, okay, let's go to number 14. Sorry, number 4. Okay, so going to number 4. Alright, so this is my diameter, right? So for diameter, okay, so diameter, we need to find the center. So basically, what it's having is we have these 2 points, we need to find the middle of that. So when you're given diameter, you got to find the center. And to find the center, that would be midpoint in this case. So for the diameter, we had -3, 11, and 3, -3. So what you're going to do is we're going to add those 2 numbers together. We're going to add the coordinates together and divide by 2. So -3 plus 3 divide by 2, and 11 plus a -13 divide by 2. So -3 plus -3 is 0 over 2, which is 0. And we have 11 plus a -13, which would be a -2 over 2, which is -1. So this is my center, that's my HK. So now that we have our HK, now we can do the same thing of what we did just a second ago. So now that we have that, x minus h, that quantity squared, plus y minus k, quantity squared, equals r squared. Where pick one of the points, it doesn't matter what, and let that be your xy. So I'm going to pick the first one. So this is my x, this is my y. So my my x was -3 minus my h, which was 0, squared, plus my y, which is 11, minus my k, which is a -1. That quantity squared equals r squared. So all we have to do now is plug that into the calculator, just like it looks. All right, so parentheses, negative 3 minus 0, close parentheses, squared, plus 11 minus a negative 1, that quantity squared, equals. So we get 153 is equal to r squared. And we can leave it just like that, because in a minute we're just going to plug it back into the equation. X minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared, where all we need to do is plug in our h, our k, and our r. So our h, so x minus 0 squared plus y minus a negative 1 squared, and we're just going to replace all of r squared, which was 153. And if you can make this cleaner, do so. X minus 0 is just x, so x squared, notice we don't have parentheses now, plus y minus negative 1, that's y plus 1, squared equals 153, and that is your final answer. And that's it. Hopefully that helped you out. You might want to add that to your Hot Topics page. Have a great and wonderful day.